I've been loving you on Twitter with the H-1B stuff, Dick. You've been one of the few people, you and Sam Hyde, just finger on the pulse of America.
Yeah, I saw these fuckers come in the first wave and start, ruining everything I loved about the country. So I kind of have a chip on my shoulder about it. I don't know what's the temperature in the room of the. Does everyone hate software that works on the call here?
Yeah, I wanted to have to do a lot of troubleshooting, but I want to make sure that Elon's profit margins are as high as they can possibly be. So I'm torn.
Oh man, that's
difficult.
Bernie's on board though, with this crazy idea that like Americans need their labor protected. I don't know. The day I can get a Chinese bank to refi my house, that's the day that I'm cool with like billionaires going to other countries and hiring them. That's the day that we don't need labor protections, when the banks also don't have any protections.
But until then, let's go ahead and have it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and have stuff that works, and the guys that put us on the moon can, get back to making all of our computers and softwares and all the data mining dating apps with AI hoes can all just go into the trash bin where they belong.
You think it's bad here, though? It's 10 times worse in Canada. My Canadian friends who are in college and stuff are talking about. They're like, you should see what a Canadian campus looks like. The demographics of a Canadian campus. Or like I've seen the lines of all Indian men all at line for Tim Hortons. They're like Tim Hortons is like hiring a new cook or whatever, and there's like 30 Indian guys there for the job. It's like, you guys are screwed. It's over for you.
I haven't been keeping a close tab on Canada, but I know they're not doing great.
Yeah. I guess I just kind of take it personally when everybody like all at once is like, oh, American engineers are just stupid. We need more. There's just a real talent gap. And then you go, well, yeah, you guys have declared war on white men for the last 20 years. Like, I remember I was there when you started it. So I think maybe you're going to have to do 20 years of unwinding this before you can say, oh, okay, we need a bunch of scammers in here who went to a fake university in Mumbai. We got to get them over here to build more planes that fall out of the sky.
Dude, did you see Elon was defending H-1B so hard he started tweeting like an Indian guy in the middle of that.
Do you make this lie? Do you make this lie?
He was like calling Americans retarded dumbasses and like giving his glib little responses. And someone like posted, I guess, a tweet that wasn't real, or maybe it was, that he deleted. He says that it was just the entire thing was fake, but ironically, it kind of was expressing more concisely the points he had been making. And the guy's like, check this out, Elon. Why'd you delete it? And Elon's like, why do you make lie? And the guy's like, is this not real? I saw it online. And he's like, who are you to do lies like this? And everyone's like, what the fuck? How did he defended so hard that he started speaking like he's raining?
He's just spazzing out, man. Yeah. Like, okay, bro. Now I see what the problem. Now I see why you wanted to get involved here.
It's such a disaster. It's such a disaster. And to see Trump get behind it and be like, I've got tons of those at my country clubs. It's great to import labor. It's like, dude, why can't you not take the temperature of the room just once? Just fucking once. And Elon apparently is living at Mar-a-Lago like his private Kato Kalin out there in the shed. It's absurd. It's getting a little weird. And I said this like 2 weeks ago, where like, look, Elon's on our side, so it's like, or at least the side of the right, and there's some areas where like it's nice to have a billionaire the richest man in the world, agreeing with you on this little issue. But imagine if it was like Soros, this heavily involved, and I know Soros does shit, but like this heavily involved, and like threatening like Congress people, like, oh, you want to get primaried next turn around? You wouldn't like
if Soros had his hand up the back of Biden's jacket. He was like, you could see him, tapping Morse code to him or pulling on his hair.
Biden's dress?
I don't think I've ever seen someone more rapidly lose as much goodwill as Elon did in like a 3-hour period on Christmas, and then the next day being like, actually the problem with all of this is bots and botified accounts. That's who, and it's like, no, this should be in like school as an example of organic pushback. Like, it's very obviously organic. People are like, whoa, dude, we appreciate you buying Twitter, making it so more people can say things, but what are you doing? What are you? This isn't what we're talking about.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
I don't like it at all. And the if he were just supporting the visas and he left it ambiguous, it would leave a little doubt where you'd be like, maybe he knows something I don't. But then he just keeps typing, and he's like, you guys are all retarded. I don't need you. I need those big brain. I need those big brown Asian brains.
I declare war on you. Me and Ian Miles Chong and the guy that drew the logo for Dogecoin are going to war in ways you can't imagine.
Yeah, did you see the Sam?
I'm going to trans another one of my kids because you guys have upset me so much.
That'll show us the Sam Hyde video that he put out was very good. And that part where Sam was like, guys, every single Indian that makes its way into China is a domestic threat to us. We need to be blockading the border between India and China, naval and land, to ensure that none of these hyper geniuses get to China. They're going to try and scoop them up, guys. We got to be careful. We got to be wary. And it's like, yeah.
It's the way they talk, man. Their accent, their English accent, whatever it is, like you can't tell if they're like retarded or lying or a genius or what. Like for some reason, that particular accent that they have really scrambles everyone's brain.
The response was funny, and then the amount of videos of like Indians in India that people started like using to respond, where they would be like, hey, Elon, you want to bring this guy over? And it's like an Indian guy in France, like on a ground level apartment staring through. And some woman is like,
jacking off.
Yeah, he's literally leering in the room, jacking off. And then I'm like, I wonder if this guy's giving himself a taste or if he's going the whole 9 yards. He starts to back up afterward, cum all over himself.
God.
Covered in cum, and then just back out into the world to program Tinder.
If only he had been on Lock and Load. What's your cum producing thing that you guys are always selling here? You still got that?
Oh,
maybe if we open up our market to India, do you think that we'd make more money? We got to talk to Derek. Yeah, this is for all. We don't care where you live. Start coming more. Yeah, it's been an entertaining few days on Twitter watching that. And then the day after that, Elon like does this weird like dog on
Let's
his
go to
back,
Europe.
belly up, where Elon's like, guys, it's about time that we return to more positive posting. And it's like, what the fuck? Just this you've been on the internet long enough to know this isn't how you get out of this.
No.
Like just make even like just lip service a concession.
Just say you're sorry.
That would get you more. Yeah, say you're sorry.
Yeah, say you're sorry.
Sorry,
weirdo.
He's not sorry. He thinks he's right and we're wrong. And he wants to import as much cheap labor that can't quit their jobs afterwards as possible.
No. Now I see why you got all them ex-wives.
I mean, he's got to have a lot of ex-wives because he's got like what 60 kids.
Yeah, I think so.
He's got like a dozen, right?
One woman
he does have around a dozen or 14 or so. He's got a bunch.
He does, but then like I will see like histrionic freakouts from the other side about Elon, where like Elon was going to some party with Trump at Mar-a-Lago, the New Year's thing, and he was walking in with like his kid on his shoulders, which is like a normal thing to do with a young kid. And some like huge tweet was like, I hope everyone recognizes this for what it is, a human shield. It's like, are you retarded? Are you a retarded person? You think there's not security at Elon Musk and Trump's? Yeah. It's like, really? He's holding them above his head to avoid a center mass projectile? Get real.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just trying to bond with like one of the few kids that he can still have some influence over because he neglected all the other ones building and pseudo managing companies into becoming the richest man in the world somehow.
Yeah. It's if I were him and I were trying to maintain this idea that I'm like 100 hours a week hyper genius, you can bet your ass that I wouldn't be regularly posting that I play enough Diablo to be in the top 3 online on Earth.
There's no way that's true. Look, he said that on Rogan. He said that he was the #1 Diablo player in the world. I've played a lot of Diablo. You did too. I can't imagine that he's the #1 in anything relevant without cheating or having a fake account that some like Indian is probably playing on. Like that's probably what it is. He got one of those fucking Indians to come over and play Diablo all day for him for $9 an hour. That's what that shit is. Because there's
the
no
real
way.
reason.
It's not a very hard game to play, but it requires time. Like if he's number one in score or something, that's like all day shit. That's bullshit.
Someone, maybe Caleb, Dick, you guys would know more, or you've looked into it more. What's with this seeming burner account that Elon has that he maintains is not him, but it's like his exact cadence, his voice, his vocabulary. Adrian
I'm not up
Pittman?
on the. I'm not up on the Elon Musk stuff.
I am a little bit.
gotta-
So
yeah.
someone
It's fun.
exposed it because they spoke to the fake person, this Adrian person, and it's Elon using a voice changer. And so in the interview, a couple of times they were like, "So Elon, what do you think about this, that, and the other?" And Adrian just goes with it. It's like multiple times. Adrian
Is he just a
answering
weirdo?
Elon. Yeah.
Like, is he? He's just a weirdo. Yeah.
Elon tweeted something like, even if that is my sock puppet account that I used to flatter myself, isn't that just a version of what the left is always preaching about? And I'm just, affirming myself. And it's like, that is not, I mean, no.
It is hard to tell because there are so many. I mean, I heard the clip of that guy talking and it sounds exactly like Elon Musk. I don't know what gray area there is there, but there are a bunch of people like that you listed, Dick, that are just bootlickers for Elon. He can say anything and people will be like, so true, Elon, so true. We love you. And it's definitely not because you're the richest man on earth. We just
he's always
agree with all your points.
That guy Ian Miles Chungus. I'm thinking like I don't know. I threw this out on Twitter. Malaysia is the salary of a federal judge is like 30 grand. So somehow we got to be able to kickstart like a bribe for a judge over there to throw Ian Miles Chung into like a prison camp or something. I'm saying it's possible. Like we have the tools to solve this.
You're right.
Yeah, I think we could do it. All we need is one. All we need is one judge, one cop to get rid of him for a long time. If you're on the same side as a guy like that, do you ever step back and go like, I'm fucking up here? Like, my kids are seeing me promote this weird bastard all over. I gotta stop. I need to take a break from this.
I wasn't very like aware of who that Ian Chong guy is. But like the little compilations of him is like, it's a dude who like lives in Malaysia and has never been here, but only talks about our politics. That's very bizarre. It's just weird. Bizarre. I can't imagine like really, like if I had an account where all I did was like, and I like would tactically use words like bloody. And I like talked about UK politics. People would be like, "This guy lives in fucking Missouri, dude. Like, what does he know about any of this?" And I'm like, "Oh, tea and crumpets, bruv." And they'd be like, "This is beyond obvious."
Yeah,
it's just a weird thing. A lot of people pretending online, but it has been a fun time on Twitter the past few days.